What's going on, guys? It's GBP baby. Welcome back to another video. I hope everybody's doing well, and let's dive straight into things. So last week we had non-farm payroll, and it was quite a mess towards the end of the week. We stayed very heavily consolidated, which is why I didn't bother post, because I was convinced that after seeing how it delivered, I was a bit like, yeah, it's probably going to stay very range bound, and that's what we saw. But new week, so we're gonna get this charts nice and fresh, and you can see here I've got the economic calendar here on the right. And as you can see, we do have FOMC minutes on Wednesday. We have some high impact news on Tuesday as well. And then Thursday and Friday, we also have a lot of high impact news that should hopefully move the market. Now, there's a few things to take into account. It's now the middle of February, meaning that this should be the time where we see the expansion for the month, essentially, especially when we've been range bound. And I'm going to start on the monthly and work our way down as to what I'm anticipating, because although I expect to see quite a lot of movement this week, looking at the monthly, there are a few things which are hinting that it's possible we may stay, we might not move as much as I hoped for the rest of the month, and may have to wait until March to actually see some more expansion, if that makes sense. And that can help us with framing trades and just trading within a range, essentially. So first, let's get rid of that. And the first thing I want to show is what we're going to do is we're going to mark out the opening price for the opening level for February, which was right here. And then I want to draw our attention to the fact that we traded it up into a previous wick from December. And this is significant because it shows that we've essentially we've what's the word? We've retraded to that. So it's almost like this is a premium PD array. We traded into it and we've left it. So as far as I'm concerned, for the rest of the month now, we should only be focusing on discount PD arrays, because now that we've traded up into a previous wick, we respected the 50% level pretty much perfectly, as you can see right here, and we've left it and now clearly trading away from it. I want to be focusing on some kind of discount PD array for price to be drawing towards, as in I'm not anticipating us to want to bother doing anything else up here in the premium or even above that opening price, because the same way I look at the Sunday opening price on a daily level is the same way I'm looking at it on a monthly level. The fact that we've already traded above it, and now that we're on the other side of it, I want to stay on the other side of it, and that should help us with framing and just bias in general as to where I'm anticipating price to want to trade to. So I hope that will make sense. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to look at this large wick, and I have done this I think at the beginning of the month, and I'm looking at the 50% level. We haven't quite tapped into it yet, but this would be my drawn liquidity on the discount as to where I'd like to see price trade to. So let's get this drawn as a ray like so. I'm going to make this blue. Actually, yeah, I'll make it a brighter blue because it's a target. And we'll drop down to the weekly and take a closer look. And here you can see what I'm talking about, as in we've traded up on the first week of Feb into the premium. So classic, creating the high early in Feb, displacement last week to the downside, running out a weekly low and trading into this large wick. And now moving into the next week, I would like to see the same thing happen, as in I'd like to see a continued expansion where to the midpoint of that large wick. Now we can bypass it, it won't be the end of the world, and we very well might, but this is my first drawn liquidity. And with that in mind, there are two levels here, the opening price for Feb and also this wick right here where I'd want to see price find resistance. So if we're expecting a down close week, that means we want to see the high get made on either Monday or Tuesday. Wednesday at a push, and then I'd want to see price turn around within that week and start to expand lower and start running through this wick and start running down towards here. Now as it gets down into this wick, it is going to find difficulty. And that's when we'll simply split that up, and we'll be looking for certain targets to get reached, as in, can we hit the 25%, can we hit the 50%, can we hit the 75%, and does price want to push right into that, to the end of it. Now, bear in mind, there is still about, 2 weeks left of February, so that's something to take into account, but let's go down to the daily and take a little bit of a closer look, and you can see how price is consistently tapping into that opening price here, into that range here. And I'm expecting to see the same thing happen in next week. Like, we might tap into it, but generally speaking, I want to see price basically fold and roll over and start running into these lows, moving to the latter part of the week. Now, I'm only going to go down to the 1 hour because it's Sunday, and I usually let Monday trade, so I don't want to say too much or speak too soon. But you can see there's a bullish order block here, but again, it should be acting bearishly, and you can see our price is finding resistance every time we've hit it. Price is resisting. So again, if we do manage to rally into that, I want to see continued resistance, and I'll be looking for shorts on dollar with longs on the pairs, with the expectation that we can trade down into our target below here and below these lows right here. But you can see last week's disgusting behavior in terms of how much consolidation there was, and this is why I didn't bother post or want to trade, because you can just see it like it's too much. Like I don't want to be involved in that. Another thing we can take a look at is this wick. Look at the 50% level of that. We tapped into that on Thursday beautifully right here. Aced that, and then we had some displacement towards the end of the week on Friday. So that's more reason as to why I'm expecting that price will want to continue to the downside. Here's the hourly again, not too much price action, but basically I'm expecting the high to get made very early in the week. So either Monday or Tuesday morning. So as soon as that Sunday opening, the Sunday opening price has already been given right here. Let's get that delineated. I'm going to make this dashed. We'll make it red. And this we're going to be paying. Make sure to turn on post notification, guys, because we will be paying close attention to how price is trading around this all week. But my point is, price shouldn't spend much time above it, and anytime it does trade above it, that's when we're going to be looking for shorting opportunities. So this is Sunday. We'll look for the Monday midnight candle, which is going to be here. So I'd like to see if we do wander around, we might consolidate around it on Sunday, and then Monday we rally above it. That's completely fine. But moving into Tuesday and Wednesday, I want to see price leave to the bottom, to the sell side of it, and running stops such as below these lows, below these relative equal lows, and again towards our monthly PD array right here. So let's get the daily dividers out now. And then, like I said, make sure to turn on post notifications, as I will be posting right through until Thursday this week. Thursday, and then Friday takes us here. Excuse me. So that's going to be everything, guys. I hope that all makes sense. And now let's head on to GBP USD, and we're going to clear the charts over here as well. And we're going to start on the monthly, and we'll see how price has been delivering. And similarly, again, the things I'm paying attention to is the way that price has traded down into a previous high. Look at that. We tapped down into it, and now we're back above the we're moving our way back above the opening price of February. So let's get that opening price of February marked out. Now here's the thing, dollar is below the opening price in February, but pound isn't yet. We mean that pound has some work to do. So again, if assuming we're bullish, so moving into the next couple of weeks, I want to see if price can get above that level, and start to push up into the premium of this wick. So let's get the midpoint of that marked out. You can see we've aced that 25% level. I think we've done that earlier in the month, and I'm going to get the midpoint marked out as a nice premium target, and we're going to make that blue as well. So hopefully you're following along, and we will now drop down to the weekly, and you'll see last week was again very range bound. So this week I'm looking for either highs or lows to be taken, ideally highs. I'm not really looking for price to drop below last week's low. That would be, going against the grain, essentially, is not what I want to be seeing. And I'm expecting to see some more strength to start pushing into that premium PD array I have delineated right there. So let's go down to the daily and take a bit of a closer look. And you can see again, this is a bullish order block. And what's nice to see is how it's been respected. So if we look at the volume of it, and you can see I've split it, look at the 50% level, tapped into it here, taps into it here. So we're respecting it in both circumstances right here on a daily level. So again, any kind of discount in the day, technically we have a rejection block level right here. So what I'm looking at is this. Price can tap down into this range. Any lower than this wick, and it's a problem as it's going against my bias. But ideally it can respect this wick, and it can use that to then push higher again later in the week. And I'm looking for these highs to get ran so we can start pushing towards our premium. Furthermore, we do have a nice fair value gap up here as well as a drawn liquidity as to where price may be attempting to fill. But again, look at last week's price action, not the cleanest. Very range bound, very consolidated. So we're waiting for price to, leave that essentially. And like I said, I don't think it's going to do much for the rest of the month, and we probably won't see crazy movement until we do enter the month of March. Excuse me. So let's go to the 4 hour, and you can see a little bit better how price has tapped down into this range. Again, 4 hour, 4 up close candles, very bullish, very, very much a lot of momentum to the upside. Again, look at the wicks. When you see lots of long wicks like this, it's building a level of defense below there. As in, if price was to drop down below there, it would need quite a lot of vim behind it. It would need some kind of motivation, so to speak, and that's usually on the back of news. So that is, I'm not saying it can't happen, but you can see here on the hourly bullish order block. These are all building defense. So if it was to get violated, it would need to be on the back of high impact news. So I'm not saying it can't happen, because it can happen on the back of news, but if it is going to happen, it will be on the back of news, and it will be aggressive too. So I'm looking at this as support essentially. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the exact same thing I've just done on dollar. We'll get the week marked out essentially, or the next couple of days. And I'm looking at the Sunday opening price to help us. So I'm going to be paying close attention to this all week long, as I always do. And remember, I'm looking for price to wander around here. Again, Monday, it can hang around here. I'll be very, very glad if it did, if anything. So if Monday stays below that Sunday opening price, so be it. But Tuesday, I want to see if we can get above it and start pushing up into that premium and right in towards our fair value gap up here. That would be ideal for me, relative equal highs. And this red level, again, I think, what was that, the opening price? I can't remember what this red level was, my bad. Oh yeah, was it the monthly opening? I'm going crazy here. Yes, the monthly opening. Let's mark that out. Let me write that on here just so we know. Monthly opening. Just for reference, we'll put that in the middle, put it center, we'll make it black. So now we know. Oh, I don't know where it is, but we know that this is, my point is, we know that this is the monthly opening price. So we've got the Sunday opening price here. So once it gets above there, I'm looking for us to get above the monthly opening price as well. And once it's above there for the rest of the month, I'd expect bullish price action to get us up towards our target, assuming it respects all of these PD raises in. We've got a bearish order block here. Bullish order block here, bullish order block here. If it continues to respect these, then there's no reason we can't expect nice expansion this week up into that premium. So that's going to be everything on dollar. I hope that all makes sense. GBP USD. I am mixing all my words up today. And now let's finish up on Euro USD. A lot of marking out, so let's get rid of everything. And we're going to do the exact same thing. So go to the monthly. We want to see how price is delivered. Has it done the same thing? Yes, it has. What has it done? It's there's a name for this. There is a name for it. There's a name for it. I completely forgot the name of it, guys. But basically, when we're trading, we look for this to happen for us to see expansion, if that makes sense. As in, we actively hunt and anticipate this kind of behavior, trading into previous wicks like this to happen, to help us with our bias and to be sure or confident that price is likely going to continue to the upside. So that's just something to take into account. But we can talk more on that later. Now, again, similar to dollar, you can see that we are actually above the Sunday opening price here. The monthly opening price. So with that in mind, I don't really want to see price come back below that. That should act as like a defense level. And it's nice having that. Why? Because we can use that as a stop loss. As if it comes back down below there, we must be doing something wrong. And remember, I'm basing that off the time of the month. I'm basing that on our monthly bias. I'm basing that on the back of dollar. So it makes it okay for us to use that as a stop loss if we were to be trading long or if we were to be trading in general. I'm looking for us to move up towards this premium again. Why? It's a PD array. It's a 50% level off a large wick. That's where I'm looking for price to want to march up to. What we could even do is we can actually look at the 25% level as well. Yes, we've already traded to it, but again, once price gets above it, it tends to use it as a significant price range. So we'll get that marked out just for reference sake. I'll make this slightly thinner. We'll make it dotted, and just as a reference line to see how price treats it later in the week, assuming we do manage to get up there. Let's go to the weekly. And you can see again there's that opening price, which is also a bullish order block. So price can tap into it. I'm happy for it to wick down below there, cool. But generally speaking, on the back of it, I want to see price turn and start pushing up towards the 25% level and see if we can march up to the premium. So I am expecting a bullish week because there's nothing to suggest that we're bearish. Even though, yes, we've had a pullback, cool, but generally speaking, we should remain with our bias. We've got a breaker here, low, high, lower, low expansion. So again, we've kind of tapped into it here, but you can see there's quite a lot of weakness going on here on the back of euro. However, we do have some high impact news that should be able to get us out of that and ideally run all the shorts, all the people that are going short here. We should be able to get along on the back of that to start rolling over to the buy side. Let's go to the 4 hour. You can see a little bit of consolidation has been going on. Again, this is why I didn't want to bother last week, but I do think we should be able to see a continuation. Let's go to the 1 hour. And we want to get that Sunday opening price delineated again. And I am liking our prices being held at this level. And we are expecting this large wick. If we violate this wick, I think it'll be another story, and we will likely be bearish, and that means dollar will be doing something completely different as well. So I think we're going to be staying very shallow below this Sunday opening price this week, which is completely fine. Again, it's very possible for the lows to be made on the Monday, but I do believe either Monday or Tuesday will create the low this week, assuming we are bullish. And we'll get that Sunday opening price marked out now, which is right here. I'll make that red. And that's just for reference. Again, we can do whatever we want on Monday. Monday's all along here. Let me get the Monday midnight candle marked out. Monday, it can do all it wants down here. Tomorrow it can even consolidate. It can do whatever it wants. But generally, we have high impact news on Tuesday. So if that can send price higher, we'll be comfortable to expect that price can continue higher, run to our 25% level from the monthly wick, and then we'll start moving towards our premium, very premium target. And you can see we have some relative equal highs up here that look a little bit too smooth to be true. So it's all depending on how we continue to treat this large wick, what I got marked out here. I'm looking at how price is treating this range because we've tapped into it here, 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 here. But if it it's doing its job essentially. As in, it's not they're defending this price level. They're defending it for a reason. I'd be surprised they allowed prices to drop through it. But again, who am I? I'm not a psychic, but it'll be interesting. That's going to be everything, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this insightful. Don't forget to drop a like, drop a comment, smash subscribe, join the mailing list, join the Discord. All of the links are in the description, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.